So today was a day where all 32 teams had to trim their rosters down to 53 players, and basically today the Steelers were kind of busy.
Yeah, the Steelers had a pretty busy day. I want to talk about the trades that they made today. They made 2 trades. One was trading wide receiver Sammy Coates to the Browns.
To the Cleveland Browns.
Of all teams. for a 6th rounder. I believe this year's 6th rounder.
2018 6th rounder.
I mean, it's fine. I mean, we kind of figured that Justin Hunter was going to beat out Sammy Coates for the roster spot.
Yeah,
I think that's why we signed him.
Yeah.
Because he was going to beat out... Plus, we drafted Juju as well. That's why we drafted Juju and signed Justin Hunter.
Exactly.
And we got something out of Sammy Coates. So it's better that we traded Sammy Coates and got some out of him than trading him. Now, I think we could have gotten a 4th rounder out of this.
But considering how he played and how he basically was with us,
yeah, that's why we got something very low for him. But I mean, I'm not complaining. We got something out of him. But
I do wish him the best. But
I wish him the best. We'll see in week 1. Week 1 should be very interesting. Joe Hayden versus the Browns, and now Sammy Coates versus the Steelers. It should be very interesting. And I could see a potential Sammy Coates versus Joe Hayden type thing, or Sammy Coates versus Artie Burns. Should be a very interesting week 1.
Very interesting.
I can't wait. But it seems like Martavis Bryant was right. If you guys remember, Martavis Bryant on draft day,
back when we drafted Juju Smith-Schuster,
he said on Twitter that Juju was not Martavis' replacement. His replacement. It's Coach's replacement. It seems like he was right.
And Sammy Coates replied to that saying, ha ha ha.
Yeah, it seems like Martavis was right, though. But anyway, good luck to Sammy Coates. Thank you for your service, everything you did. But it seems like they didn't want you, so
yeah, exactly.
Good luck, man.
And the other trade is something that I am particularly extremely happy about.
And I'm sure most Steelers fans are. We traded Ross Cockrell.
Thank God we traded him
to the Giants for a conditional
for the New York Giants for a conditional
for
7th round pick.
No, it's a conditional draft pick. It could be a 5th, 6th, 7th. I don't know.
It depends, really.
It's better than nothing.
Exactly.
Better than cutting him. So it's kind of like Sammy Coates' thing. We got him for something instead of cutting him. Colbert's been doing real good.
He actually been.
He's being very smart.
Other off seasons, they weren't really doing a lot of. I won't say big trades, but doing a lot of trades and signings, really. So and Joe Hayden.
I'm loving their because if you've noticed the past few days, they've been more active in free agency, and we all know that they're not very active in free agency.
Exactly.
Especially when it starts. They've been more active, and I'm really liking their attitude.
Signing Joe Hayden, trading Sammy Coates to the Browns for a draft pick, trading Ross Cockrell, thank God, to the Giants.
And the Broncos just released safety T.J. Ward,
I did hear that the Steelers do have some interest in him. And considering Mike Mitchell does have an injury along with Jordan Dangerfield,
Yeah, so we could use an extra safety, but here's the thing: if we sign T.J. Ward, which I would love for that to happen, he'd be teammates again with Joe Hayden because they were teammates back in Cleveland. But we could have Mitchell as the free safety. What's his name? T.J. Ward as the strong safety, and we could move Davis down to the slot possibly.
Maybe.
So we could still use our 3 safeties.
Yeah.
But it's possible. I don't know, but we'll see what happens. But I'm really loving the attitude that Colbert and the Steelers have been, using recently. So. But anyway, yeah, we trade Coates to the Browns for a 6th rounder. We trade Cockrell to the Giants for a conditional draft pick. So I'm not complaining whatsoever.
Nope.
It's better than cutting them. We got some out of them. Very smart by Colbert, man. Really liking it.
Exactly.
But on to the players that the Steelers cut now. It was announced, a few players were announced that who Steelers would cut. So we kind of already know a few players like Niall Davis, Fitzgerald Toussaint, just to name a few. But,
exactly.
Let's just get to the list. Now, this is from Steelers.com, but let's just read it. The Steelers have released the following players in alphabetical order. Wide receiver DeMarcus Ayers.
Now this is I can understand because, he did have an injury. Plus, he didn't play a lot in the preseason. But I do think he will make the practice squad. Quite frankly, I do think he's earned a roster spot. Because I think he can be a very good return specialist, considering that is exactly what we need.
Yeah.
Because we haven't done real good in the return game in quite a while.
Yeah. And I really like Ayers. I'm really high on him. I was really big on him when we drafted him.
Exactly.
And that's why we drafted him for return special purposes. But hopefully he gets signed to the practice squad. But I read a tweet earlier saying he will not sign with him. So I don't know what's going on.
Really? I didn't know that.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on, man. But hopefully we sign back to the practice squad because I'm a fan of Ayers, man.
Oh, yeah.
Also, we traded center Reuben Carter, offensive lineman.
You traded center?
Yeah, center. We cut center Reuben Carter, offensive lineman Ethan Cooper, running back Niall Davis, like I mentioned, cornerback Brandon Dixon, center Kyle Friend, linebacker Matt Galabos, which I heard that he will be signing to the practice squad. So
okay.
we get him back. Linebacker Austin Gehring. Safety Malik Golden.
Who I do think that, he is suffering a groin injury, but I do think he can make the practice squad as well.
Yeah. Cornerback Senquez Golson.
Now,
I'm sorry, some of you guys may disagree with me, but it had to be done.
He has good talent. He could very well be.
He's very talented.
He could very well be a great corner in the NFL, but he's injury prone.
He's injury prone.
He's been with us for 3
years, and he has not gotten past training camp.
He has yet to play an NFL game, even if it's preseason.
He has yet to get past training camp. So I'm sorry, but it had to be done. I was excited when we drafted him. I had really high hopes for him because he could be that ball hawk corner that we haven't had in a while.
Exactly,
but unfortunately he didn't play at all.
He just couldn't stay healthy.
Sorry, had to be done.
This cut really didn't.
Hopefully he finds another team. Maybe he can finally become healthy. I don't know.
Who knows?
But
we'll see what happens.
Had to be done. I'm sorry. Safety Jacob Hagan. I'm sure he might be signed to the practice squad. Wide receiver Kobe Hamilton, which I learned yesterday. Kind of expected it.
Yeah.
But thank you for your service, man. Long snapper Colin Hoba.
Our 6th round pick.
What a waste of a pick. Now he might be signed to the practice squad. I know, but why did you? Who's gonna be a long snapper?
We got rid of Greg Warren because he didn't pass a physical.
Yeah.
And we drafted him for long snapper purposes.
So who's gonna be a long snapper? BJ Finney? I don't know how he is as a long snapper.
Maybe Pouncey or DeCastro. I don't know.
We're not gonna put them now because they're stars. We're not gonna use them as special teams.
True. I don't know, but
maybe
I don't know.
I don't know who's gonna be a long snapper, but
I'm pretty sure Hobo will maybe make the practice squad, but I don't know.
I'm confused. Doesn't make sense to me.
It still makes me wonder why we drafted him in the 6th round. He could have gone undrafted.
Yeah, we could have used that pick for
a safety.
I don't know.
A safety.
Lorenzo Jerome. I don't know. But anyway, back to the list. Defensive end, Lavon Hooks. By the way, I apologize if I pronounce some of these players' names wrong. So, just saying.
I do think he'll make the practice squad.
He could. Where am I at? Quarterback, Bart Houston. Linebacker, Farrington Hugenin. I believe he had 2 sacks in preseason, so he's going to sign to the practice squad, I'm sure. Tight end, David Johnson, which I expected after we traded for Vance McDonald.
Exactly.
Defensive end, Johnny Maxey. I'm sorry. I skipped down the list. Linebacker, Steven Johnson.
I expected this because I expect LJ Ford to be our 4th inside linebacker.
Yeah, so that means Shazier, Vince Williams, Ty McCavins, and like you said, LJ Ford will be our inside linebackers, which I expected.
Yeah.
Defensive end, Francis Calone. Linebacker, Keith Kelsey.
I expected that.
Defensive end, Johnny Maxey, like I mentioned. Tight end, Jake McGee, but I heard that he will be signed to the practice squad.
That's good, because I do think he can be... If he makes the main roster, in the future, I think he can be a really good blocking tight end.
He's kind of like this year's Kobe Hamilton. He was signed late in camp, performed really well. Unfortunately, did not make the roster, but he very well could next year.
Yeah.
That's how I see him. Offensive tackle, Brian Mihalik. Offensive lineman, Kayvon Milton. Cornerback, Deshaun Phillips. Defensive tackle, Roy Fillon. Offensive tackle, Jake Rogers. Cornerback, Ja'Cory Shepard. Wide receiver, Justin Thomas. Running back, Fistel Toussaint, like I mentioned.
So that must mean that Terrell Watson's making the roster.
Yes, sir. Terrell Watson will be making the roster.
That's good. He did very good
Honestly,
in the preseason.
He deserves it. He really does.
He really does.
He was the most outstanding, well-performed running back for the Steelers in preseason.
Yeah, exactly.
So
against the Panthers game, he really showed it. Against the Panthers,
yeah, he
really showed it.
I really like it. So
yeah,
and plus, I may sound what's the term? I can't remember the term. I may sound like a little childish. I can't remember the term, but maybe better is the term. I can't remember. I still can't get over that fumble.
I mean,
from Toussaint.
The pass is a pass. Let's just put that aside.
But then again, Toussaint hasn't really showed much ever since that.
Exactly.
So. But anyway, back wide receiver Marcus Tucker, which I expected, but he performed very well in the Panthers game. Could be signed to the practice squad.
I see him going to the practice squad.
Safety Terrace Webb and running back Trey Williams. So those are all the players that the Steelers cut. So we will go over the list of who the Steelers made, the whole 53-man roster.
Who made the roster, yeah.
Once it's announced. I think I might edit it into this video. I'm not sure, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But, if this video is a lot longer than I obviously did, but anyway, those are the players that the Steelers cut. The Steelers roster is finally trimmed to 53. it's today is one of the worst days in NFL because so many people's dreams and jobs are cut.
Yeah, I wouldn't say crushed because they could very well get another job with another team.
Yeah,
but
it really sucks. I feel bad for everyone who's cut. I really do. But unfortunately, they didn't perform well enough to make the roster. But hopefully, they find jobs somewhere else. Hopefully, they perform well for them. Hopefully, they have good careers. But thank you for your service, guys. I really appreciate it. I'm sure most Steelers Nation appreciates it. But hope you guys find careers elsewhere, man. Good.
So like we said before, the Steelers trimmed their roster down to 53 players.
So we're basically going to go over the 53-man roster and give our thoughts and opinions. Now, we are back on NFL.com. Steelers.com. And instead of just putting the names, they created a slideshow. Basically a slideshow. We're not going to go through the slideshow. I'm just going to click since it's faster. Because I tried doing the slideshow. It takes about
a second or two for the next player to show up.
So I'm just going to click and stuff. So let's just go over it. Brian Allen, the first one, cornerback Brian Allen, which I was surprised because I thought he was going to make the practice squad. But one thing I've heard and what I've noticed is that there are 54 players on the Steelers roster, not 53, because Bell does not count.
Because I believe he has yet to sign his franchise tender.
And he's expected to practice with the Steelers when practice resumes Monday.
Exactly.
So I think when he signs that tender, he's going to be part of 53, and we're going to have to cut someone. That someone, unfortunately, might be Brian Allen. But then that means we might sign him to the practice squad. But who knows? Someone could snatch him. I don't know who we cut. Maybe we cut Brian Allen. Maybe we cut Cody Sensabaugh. I don't know.
I think I prefer Sensabaugh because Brian Allen has a lot of upside.
Or what we could do is, many people were shocked about him staying on the 53 and him making the roster, Daniel McCullers.
It's possible.
We have 5 defensive linemen. We could cut him or trade him.
It's possible.
But anyway, cornerback Brian Allen.
Defensive end Tyson Alualu.
Le'Veon Bell, running back.
Punter Jordan Berry.
Kicker Chris Boswell. Wizard of Oz. Stupid ad. Click, okay. Wide receiver Antonio Brown. As figured. Wide receiver Martavis Bryant.
The alien's coming back. Cornerback Artie Burns.
Obviously. Tight end / long snapper Cameron Canaday. So I'm assuming he's going to be a long snapper since we cut Colin Hoba.
Yeah.
Now Colin Hoba, I said, is on the practice squad right now. But I'm fine with this guy. I mean, it's not who I expected, but I'm fine with it.
I've seen his long snaps here and there. He seems, pretty good.
Yeah, he doesn't look bad. So I mean, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
It's not bad. Linebacker Anthony Chickillo. Running back James Conner. Stupid ad.
Another ad, god dang.
Safety Jordan Dangerfield. Safety Sean Davis. Guard David DeCastro.
Quarterback Joshua Dobbs.
Linebacker Bud Dupree, who I think will have a hell of a year. Guessing tackle Matt Feeler.
I believe so. Another ad.
I believe he's a tackle. Center / guard BJ Finney. Expected. Linebacker LJ Fort, which I honestly expected.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think Steven Johnson was going to make it, which he was cut. So
yeah.
Plus, he's been, fighting to make the roster, so I'm kind of glad he made the roster this time.
Exactly.
It's kind of like Jordan Dangerfield last year. He tried to fight to make the roster and never did, and made it last year.
Exactly. So. Next guard Ramon Foster.
Very underrated, by the way.
Cornerback William Gay.
Who I think we could convert to safety, but I'm not sure.
Probably.
Tackle Marcus Gilbert. Very underrated as well. Safety Robert Golden. Another ad.
Tight end Xavier Grimble.
Cornerback newly signed Joe Hayden. Expected, of course. Defensive tackle Javon Hargrave. Linebacker James Harrison.
Debo.
Tackle / guard Gerald Hawkins.
Wide receiver Darius Hayward-Bay.
Which I expected, but I don't think we'll use him as a receiver. The only reason why he made the roster is because of his special team abilities. He's able to get down the field, make those tackles, make some plays. So I think that's why he made the roster.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to use Justin Hunter more as a receiver.
Good. That's good. Because whenever we try to throw it to Darius Hayward-Bay, sometimes he just can't.
I don't like Hayward-Bay as a receiver, but as a special teams player, I can accept that. I can accept it, but it's not bad. All right. Defensive end Cameron Hayward. Cornerback Mike Hilton, where I am extremely happy he made the roster.
He's got a ton of upside.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of potential with us.
And I honestly, I would start him in the slot day one. I would have Artie Burns, Joe Hayden as the outside guys, and I have him start in the slot. I would not have William Gay or Cody Sensabaugh in the slot. However,
I think we should have a young guy in the slot.
However, because there are rumors that the Steelers might, or they're interested in T.J. Ward. If we do sign T.J. Ward, where does that leave Sean Davis?
Maybe we can put it back in the slot like we did last year sometimes.
Possibly, but I prefer Mike Hilton in the slot.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see what happens, but I'm glad he made the roster, man. Major sleeper. And it's funny because he attended Ole Miss, same college as Senquez Golson. He's playing as a second rounder while Senquez Golson's playing as an undrafted player. Because Mike Hilton went undrafted.
Did you say Golson was undrafted?
Yeah, no, I'm saying he's acting like an undrafted
player.
Oh,
yeah, true.
Because Mike Hilton went undrafted. They're basically swapping how they were drafted.
Yeah, exactly.
Or their performance-wise, you know?
Exactly.
But anyway, tackle/guard, Chris Hubbard.
Wide receiver, Justin Hunter.
Expected after Sammy Coates.
Tight end, Jesse James.
Who I think will start. Quarterback, Landry Jones next. We all expected. I mean, come on.
Inside linebacker, Tyler Matakevich.
These defensive tackles, same thing. Defensive tackle, Daniel McCullers, like who I said could possibly be cut after Bell.
Tight end, new Pittsburgh Steeler, Vance McDonald.
Expected. Safety, Mike Mitchell. Linebacker, Arthur Moats.
Fullback, Roosevelt Nix.
Another red.
Dang it.
Center, Marquise Pouncey.
One of the best.
Quarterback, Big Ben Roethlisberger, of course.
Wide receiver, Eli Rogers.
Cornerback, Cody Sensabaugh. Linebacker, Ryan Shazier. Wide receiver, Juju Smith-Schuster. Another red. Cornerback, Cameron Sutton, who honestly... Now, I didn't think about this. Cameron Sutton made the roster, but he is injured. We could put him on IR after Bell signs his contract.
I did hear that if he is on IR, it's going to be short term.
It's possible. But he can be on the IR, be designated to return, which I hope. So, we'll either cut McCullers,
Sensabaugh, Brian Allen,
or put Cameron Sutton on IR. But if we put him on IR, he should be designated to return.
Yeah.
But we'll see, man. Hopefully his injury's not too severe.
Exactly. Defensive end, Stephon Tuitt. Do it to it.
Tackle, Alejandro Villanueva. The end, L.T. Walton.
Running back, Terrell Watson.
Which I was extremely happy to see he made the roster.
Linebacker, T.J. Watt.
Expected, of course. Another ad. Come on. Linebacker, Vince Williams. And that's basically it. So
that's a 53-man roster.
So very good roster, actually. You know, most of them were expected. Like I said, we have 54 members on our team, not 53. Mm-hmm. But knowing Bell did not sign his franchise yet, knowing he could sign it Monday, we're going to get rid of someone Monday if Bell signs his tender, which he should. Mm-hmm. I don't see why. He passed his physical. He reunited with the team. Why wouldn't he sign?
Exactly.
So someone's obviously going to get cut. Like I said, it could either be Brian Allen, Cody Sensabaugh, Daniel McCullers, or Cameron Sutton will be on IR.
Yeah.
But we'll see. It should be interesting. But
that's the 53-man roster. Should be a very exciting season coming up.
Yeah, definitely, man. I like the roster. We have a really good team. Very young, fast, physical team.
Talented team.
So I really like the team, man. I mean, I think we made the right choices, honestly. Mm-hmm. I mean, you know, DeMarcus Ayers being cut. Not big on it, knowing that like I said, he said that he might not even sign back with the Steelers practice squad, so we might even lose him.
I don't know.
Unless we sign him to the practice squad or the main roster, but I don't know. I highly doubt it, but
we'll see.
But we made the right cuts, right choices to make the roster, so I'm pretty good with it. Should be interesting. Can't wait for the season. Week 1, Browns will see us, so it should be very interesting, and that game should be very interesting actually. So. Can't wait, man. Can't wait. Good roster.
Like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you later. Peace!